up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's get to it. Ethan Thompson, this is the player. When I was in the hospital visiting my buddy, this was the guy. And I couldn't think of his name. So I had to come home. And I told you I had all the info on him because the Warriors fan was locked in and excited about getting this guy. So I was informed that this is the guy that played for the Puerto Rico team, that he's black and Puerto Rican, like Carmelo Anthony. And his father and his brother, Stephen Thompson Sr. and Stephen Thompson Jr., he played with his brother on the Puerto Rico team. And him and his brother turned up. They got it turned. So what we were told, they were not enthused. So did I, sir. But thank you very much for your information. But exactly. The Lakers wanted to protect Bronny James from Ethan Thompson. Now, I guess they were in fear that Ethan Thompson was going to embarrass Bronny James. And this is why they came up with the lame knee excuse. What's going to be the excuse when they got to play Miami? What happens then? Because KL is going to eat. You can't protect and hide the kid. Now, if he wants to be at this level and he's got to improve, he got to be on the floor. Well, we saw what Ethan Thompson did to the Team USA, but I saw this guy play. He played in the Worlds. Him and his brother played in the Worlds. That's why I'm like, he looks familiar. But I didn't know he played on Team Puerto Rico with his brother. Now, he's been playing, I believe, since 2021. But I knew it. I said, man, I got to get back home, and I'll deal with this. And I've been going back and forth to the hospital and back here. Like, I got to go back to the hospital. So there's a lot of stuff I've been doing that, has taken me away from the situation. So I couldn't really cover it. And nobody's against Bronny. But we want Bronny to be good. But you're not going to get good sitting on the bench, not active, ready to play. Now, if he's really hurt or his knee really couldn't go, we want him to get better and everything else. But from what we're hearing, that's not the case. That Ethan Thompson was the guy. And before the game took place, I did the video saying that that's the reason they sat him down, is they had some dogs defensively that he would have embarrassed Bronny. It was not going to be good because he's a guy that can light it up. He can put points up. And as you saw, they blew out the Lakers. The Lakers were expecting to get beat down, and they were beat down. Now, when you look at the type of game he had or the situation at hand, he still went out and had his game and dominated. He's 6'5", long, and yeah, it was easy. He put up 22-11 with 4 assists, 3 steals. That's a pretty productive day. Bronny didn't want any of this smoke. In the Lakers scouting report, whoever scout for the Lakers who made this call to sit Bronny out, they were smart. because this would have looked bad on Bronny. 2 bad games in a row. I'm doing okay. I was there for my friend. Remember, he was in a motorcycle accident. Now Perkins had to come out and speak on Thompson because them blowing out the Lakers was just incredible.
Bronny in this game after LeBron just talked about him a little bit, opening up an opportunity for Dalton Knecht. Remember, he slipped back to 17th. He was an All-American, one of the best players we've seen in college basketball last year, but maybe it's his time to shine again. Bronny, knee swelling, left knee, precautionary, was out. Should be back for the next California Classic game. At least for Bronny, that'll be Wednesday, as the Summer League is now moving its way to Utah as well. We're in full swing. Warriors win 92-68. Sans Bronny, but Knecht getting a measure of regret.
As brothers, kind of a unique name. I think it fits well.
Well, the Warriors found themselves a gym.
Pretty sure everybody on the team, so it's gonna be a challenging experience, but also it's gonna be fun.
You know, a new teammate of Davis, you might have heard, Bronny James, held out of a Summer League game on Sunday. He's got swelling in his left knee, so it's all precaution. He did play Saturday, much ballyhooed, scored 4 points. He's expected to go on Wednesday, which will be the last day of the California Classic. The Lakers have said getting Bronny as many reps as possible is really the short-term goal. Remember, he didn't even play a full college season. On the way...
Now, yeah. But like I told you guys, this was going to be the case. Because if you're looking at a situation where Bronny James is going to improve, he can't improve not playing basketball. You need to be out there playing basketball. He's a scoring machine. And that's the problem that the Lakers are going to be basically engulfed with in dealing with somebody such as this. They've never dealt with somebody like that. He's been around. He's a seasoned pro. So this is what Bronny's going to be facing. Now, you're not going to be going up against rookies. And you're going to be going up against seasoned veterans and pros. So you're going to have to be ready. You know, and if you're not ready, they're going to know. They're going to find that out real quick. You can believe that if you want to. I'm just telling you, that's what they said. Now, nobody believes it, but he played on the G League for the Chicago Bulls. Ethan Thompson, rather. I keep messing that up. He played with the Bulls, the Windy City Bulls. Then now he's with the Warriors, and the Windy City Bulls is putting up numbers. But he played on the Puerto Rico team. And when he played for Puerto Rico in the Worlds, that's when a lot of people got to see him because he was featured with his brothers, Junior. That's him and his brother. They both play on the Puerto Rican team. See, Carmelo Anthony could have played for Puerto Rico or the United States, just like they can. They know they're not going to get an opportunity to play on the Dream Team, but they'll be starting if they play for Puerto Rico. And this is why Puerto Rico was playing so well. So Ethan Thompson has shown you he's been growing. So LeBron James will get to play against Ethan Thompson in this USA tournament, probably. And they get ready for the Summer Olympics. Oh, the Santa Cruz Warriors was doing their thing. But the Lakers knew, don't put Bronny James up against that. If Bronny James is to go up against that, Bronny James is going to get destroyed. Bronny didn't understand it. The people didn't understand it. They were sitting there saying to themselves, what is this about? Hey, thanks, Kai. I appreciate that. No, they can't. They can't get past the fact Bronny is early in development. Like this, he's only played one game for 22 minutes. You put him up there against Ethan Thompson in the Summer League Classic and the California Classic. What was going to happen to him if he got destroyed by Ethan? You think Ethan Thompson wasn't going to make an example of him? You see what happened when Bronny didn't play. He made an example. My buddy who covered the Warriors was right. He's like, we got two defensive dogs. He was like, man, we gonna call these guys up. Get them on the Warriors. Our G League team is great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hit the like button, good people. Well, when you do that, you see people go to different extremes. Like they went to a certain level, they took it and elevated it. I saw when people went on other angles, and once they got to certain angles, they were able to make the adjustments, pull ups, and get to another zone and elevate themselves. So when you start seeing people elevate, you start saying, okay, I get it now. These people are really doing what they say they do. I like this. It's because some people get tired. They get worn out. They get dehydrated. They get unfocused, unmotivated. No, Bronny will be all right, I think, for right now, at least. He's a young guy. He hadn't even really got fully developed. Do I think he's gonna be a superstar? No, but he might can contribute down the road. Who knows? But he's 6'1". You gotta be exceptionally special to play this game, and you're 6'1". At 6'1", your impact in the game is gonna be quite minimal. You gotta be next level. Ja's next level. He was next level coming out. Now, Ja, without his ups, You know, what kind of player would he be? Because he plays so high above the rim and he's just electric. You know, what kind of play he's gonna give you? You don't know. So you gotta kind of wig it and go with the flow. You gotta say, okay, well, this is it. This is as best it's gonna get. Right? So no. That's people's fault. People make those analogies. People are the reason things go in a certain way that they happen. That's people's fault when they keep putting expectations. When you put expectations over what your eye test is telling you, you end up with those type of scenarios. You're putting your own stamp on the situation. And it's like, why are they doing that? Like, it makes no sense. Oh yeah, Bronny was listed at 6'4", 6'3". He's 6'1.5" with hair. Bronny was 5'8", and they was afraid he was gonna max out at maybe. Okay, they did come. They was afraid he was gonna max out at They were like, well, let's see what happens. See if he max out and probably grow. But 5'11" is what they thought he was gonna max out at. And Bryce got his father's height. Bronny got his mother's height. And his mother's short. And Bronny might end up being the runt of the whole litter. Because the daughter might be taller than him. When she start her growing, she might be 6 feet tall. I believe that too, C8 though. It's been a minute since I seen you. Welcome back. But yeah, smoking weed early can stunt your growth. That is true. And I don't think Bryce smokes at all. But when you got a father like LeBron that'll let you do all that stuff, Cooper Flagg is a product of he could play, don't get me wrong, but they're making him the greatest white because they don't have any white Americans. You have no white Americans anymore playing basketball, so they love Cooper Flagg. I mean, his last name is Flagg. You can't get more patriotic than that. They couldn't wait to slap his ass on Team USA. Cooper Flagg. And he out there giving LeBron the business, and that's funny as hell. They whooping on LeBron. But that's a whole new video coming in itself. Now, Ethan Thompson is long. He's 6'5", but he can get to the rim and score. And definitely on Bronny James. Now, they not finna do magnet ball in G League. They don't care about Summer League, G League. They're not gonna waste their time. Well, Cooper Flagg has been playing with Steph Curry and like all the NBA players. He's been hooping with them. Like he's been helping out at their camps. Like going down there, getting involved with the other teams. Coming down to Steph Curry camp. He done been to some of everybody's camp. So next year's draft is the Cooper Flagg draft. Everybody knows that. So it's about who's going to get the number 1 pick next year. And who's going to land Cooper Flagg. Who look like they trying to tank games. Who look like they're starting over. Who you think it's going to be? I know. Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets look like they're in a rebuild. So Cooper Flagg fits that umbrella. He checks a lot of those boxes off. He's the last white American hope for the NBA. They want a white to win so bad, they went and grabbed doggone a guy from the G League and put him in the slam dunk contest. Went and gave him a 10-day contract with the Dallas Mavericks or whatever, just so they could slap a jersey on him and throw him in the slam dunk contest. Little Mac. Now, we seen Little Mac dunk on YouTube, so it was no surprise to us. It was set up for him to win. They made him go last. Well, one thing for sure, he won't be going to Detroit. Anybody future building, they're not letting go to Detroit. Right, they had to promote that. There's no white American basketball players that they can slap in the NBA. So look how well they praise Caruso. You would think he was a 10-time All-Star.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
They was, you ought to hear the people here in Chicago. Man, we losing Caruso, man. I'll be like, and? Like, was he winning games? I mean, he was a decent player for y'all, but not like not like world beating. Y'all making him sound like he too good to be true. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, they all made him sound like he real good to be, like he can't be beat or something. Like, what are we gonna do here? We got Caruso problems. I'm like, ain't nobody, they scouting on the report. Nobody is saying anything about how we finna game plan for Caruso at all. So, yeah, that was strange and odd. I didn't even understand what everybody was putting up such a fuss for. I'm like, so that guy's gone. Who cares? It's not gonna win you a championship with the guy. He's a good complimentary player in case someone gets hurt. Clutch Sports Media is trying to pay in these podcasts. Oh, well, they trying to control that. That's why they signing all these guys that's on television to write favorable about them so that they would not miss any of the praising and the glazing that they're doing. But this is why their credibility is not being accepted. I know what I need from you. I need the wrap, the elastic wrap that goes around where you could slide in the ice packs.
Oh, here.
Okay, right here. Yeah, I was looking here. I didn't see it. The one where you slide the ice pack in, it's a support wrap. Yeah. Okay, they don't have it. It's out. Yeah, so when you see people, yeah, they don't have that mentality. The Jazz could use them. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not like they finna be winning anything anytime soon. So, yep. As soon as they have a good season, they're gonna come take all the players that's good over there and go move to another. They're gonna be okay. These guys still could play. All right, come on here, Lori Marketing. Come on over here. I didn't know you could play. He was like, yeah, I was just on the Bulls. That's just my only problem. The worst organization in sports, the Chicago Bulls. No one has squandered as much talent as them. Had chances to win, but couldn't do it. Why? The Bulls. Nobody has squandered draft picks, future development, everything, more than the Bulls. Now, if you want to talk about being the best of the best and guys putting in the work and sacrificing to get to the top, that's a whole different argument. That's what I'm talking about. Who's willing to take this to the next level? Who's gonna jump off the page? Who's gonna be the guy you look at and go, yes, he's the one? Where are those guys at? You don't see them no more. Those guys don't exist anymore out here. You want guys that you see that jump right off the page. People can't wait to say Bronny James is a bust because of how they did it. How the process was done. The Lakers should have just picked Bronny up outside of the draft, when they made it a dog and pony show, that's when it became a problem. And people watching it don't want to see it. Nobody cares about what you call the moment. You could have still had that moment. He'd have still been a Laker, still been on the team, but y'all put all this, we want him to get drafted, we want to have this whole process, we gonna televise the second round. For what? So, no, people don't want to. People don't want to face the facts that responsibility is on them. They don't want that. People don't like for responsibility. Well, they didn't want people there. All they had to do was just let us know they didn't want people there. Oh no. Down in Vegas, my buddy was down there trying to cover Team USA, and LeBron's got his camera crew down there. And I think Kevin Durant has his camera crew. Yeah. Hold on. I'm getting a report on my buddy. No, everybody's bringing their camera crew. It's real weird in there. He's like, dude, it's media in here, and it's a lot of people got their own personal, like recording crews, and they not letting a lot of people have access, and that normally would have access, and they're mad because these are the guys that cover the teams all through the year and make these YouTube videos and promote the NBA game, and now you're limiting which ones can come in and which can't, which is messed up. It's real messed up, because that's not fair to the people that actually did all the work to get everybody in place. It's like we did all this work. Right, you do all this work. What's up? So a lot of people out here, the game has changed. So a lot of people who don't seem to understand or get perplexed when somebody try to ask them something, they get really defensive. And you're like, okay, all right, I get what we're doing here now. I was just asking a question, but I see people getting real defensive because they want to protect. Oh, you're attacking Bronny James. People do that with everything because they attach everything to fandom. They cannot take themselves away that you're making an observation on the game. Just because I don't like his father does not mean I hold anything against Bronny. I've never held anything against him. When everybody was hating on him, I did not. I keep telling you, he's 18 years old, he's 19 years old, like, give him a break. Like, the kid is really nice. He's not arrogant. He's really kind to people. He actually was just brought up and totally opposite of his father. I got cousins that play AAU basketball, traveling leagues, all of that. Yeah, my cousin's like 6'1", 6'2" in the 8th grade. So, well, he was in the 8th grade then. But he's in high school now. He's about a junior now in high school. He's about 6'3". Yeah, he plays like Giannis. My other cousin's actually better at hooping than him. He's way better. But he's shorter. But he's a point guard. He's way better. Him and his cousins, both of those guys are something else on the court. Like, they're a problem. In my day, I would have whooped them. But I can't just run behind them no more. They way too fast. Way too fast. In my day. Because I can shoot better than all of them. So that's a major difference. Let me see if they have it here.
You help find something?
Yeah, I need the wrap, the one where you can put the ice package in and you wrap it.
Like an ace bandage?
It's kind of an ace bandage, but it has a holder for the ice bags that you slide in and you seal it, you wrap it around.
I have a nice bag. I do not think if I'm.
Yeah, and it was elastic too. You could wrap it around. That was the
Yeah,
best thing y'all had.
I think I have not seen that in a very long time. There's wraps here.
Yeah.
There's like cast protector things over here, but I don't see like an ice one. I'm gonna say I do not think I have that anymore.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. Thanks. All right. All right. Now, I'm all for this, and I understand what she's talking about. Um, my boy's being stubborn. You know, he gotta get up and start doing what he needs to do. Cause if he's not doing that, then they're gonna have serious problems. Very serious problems. I'm trying to get him up so, you know, he be motivated. You know, he's up, getting it going, getting the blood flowing, everything. She just told me they just ended visitors for the day. So that's that. If LeBron ever was any damn good, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. I swear to you, we would not be having this conversation. Yeah, okay, now you're just saying something. Thanks for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. That kind of protection, though, don't help Bronny. Miami normally has their team is tough. What the hell is it? Who's beeping? Ain't nobody on the side of us. They're tough. The Laker team, they're tough. I mean, not the Laker team, but the Miami Heat team, G League team, Summer League, tough. Bronny likes to slash and go to the basket. You're not going to be doing that against Miami. KL is there. Y'all better be real careful how y'all handle this Bronny situation. Because he going to be there to swat all that stuff away. No, it's low down about the people that's covering the sports. How do you think I get my information? Let me tell you this right now. You think the general manager is calling me? No, I'm not talking to the general manager. I don't need to talk to GMs. You know who know about what's going on and all the people that's around and what's happening? Do you want to know who those people are? Those people are the guys that's in there with those cameras. They're sitting around media. They're on YouTube now. The NBA are partnered with them. They were asking me to play ball, and I wouldn't play ball. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So everybody got their own media company there. Boardrooms there covering Kevin Durant. LeBron's got his uninterrupted or whatever this thing he got going on. Everybody's got their own media crap, all invested and tied into this. Yeah, so it's like some other people that ain't even superstars got their own camera guy there. And then they're limiting access, like, yo, you can't take photos of this guy. Steph Curry is the best athlete they got on the team. One of the best players in the world. 4 NBA championships. 6 NBA finals. He has 0 camera crew there. Steph is not even playing in the unit that has LeBron on the floor. Mm-hmm. Curry wouldn't have any rings. Probably. But who knows? Oh man, you know what we think about all of that? Oh my goodness. It's only so many thousands of people, right? That's gonna be watching the game. No, it's gonna be millions watching. Oh yeah, people already told me LeBron looked like trash out there on the floor. That's already been assessed. LeBron looked like straight garbage. Why did I go this way? I need my effing head examined. I really, truly do. Oh, I get a full scouting report on what Team USA is doing. It's going to be France versus the United States. You don't think? You know how that's going to play out. Everything else is just a formality. But back to Bronny, the scales have been unfair to him because of his father. So his father wants all this attention. Bronny really don't want the attention. His father is making this about him. That's why he didn't want his father to be up there hugging on him when he got his moment. He wanted when he got drafted. He wanted to be there by himself and, you know, take it all in with his friends and all of that. Mom and dad just hang out in the back. So it wouldn't be all about LeBron still in his moment. And everybody was watching it like, man, I can't see LeBron on that photo. You can't take Bronny in the first round of the draft. If you take Bronny in the first round of the draft, you ruin your integrity of your draft. You're saying a player that averaged 4 points can get drafted by a team in the league. Oh, we see there's something there. There's something promised there. And we see something there. He's working really hard. Working really hard. Everybody works hard. You would think at this point, to get to the NBA, you damn sure you're going to work hard. You're going to be the first guy in, last guy out. Bronny's had the best trainers in the world. NBA talent teaching him skills. He's had some of the best in the world, best training equipment, making sure he's in shape. He's got a nutritionist, eating the best foods. And he's going up against guys that's eating McDonald's, dogging him. They only got 2 pair of gym shoes, maybe. Dogging him, walking him up and down the court, giving him the business. Why? Because these guys are trained and fitted and bred. They go back home to nothing after this. This is their escape. You go back home to PS5, video games, and food always in the fridge. You got a chef. You got your own personal assistants. Like, come on. What are we talking about here? Like, what are we really doing? So, I'm saying, you got to have something in you to come from where you come from and still be able to compete. Steph Curry had something in him that made him want to compete. His father played in the NBA, but his dad wasn't a super billionaire rich player. They lived a very upper, life, like upper scale life, but they weren't super rich. They still had to be modest about spending money. Dale didn't play when the NBA was giving out $30, $40 million deals. You know, so Dale Curry had to live off endorsements and all these other different things. Now, if you look at all the other people that's involved, yes, hit the like button, good people. So the thing is, you got to have that dog in you. Steph Curry could have gave up all the ankle injuries. He could have just said, I quit. I'm done. He wasn't projected to be anything. Coming out of Davidson, they're just like, oh, he's a good player. We'll give him a couple of years in the league. He'll be out in 5-6 years. That's what they thought with Steph. That's why Nike treated him with such disrespect. It was like, oh, well, he'll be good in the G League. That's what they thought. He's fun. The kids like him. We're going to play with him for a little bit, but he's not durable. He's too small. He'll never make it in the big leagues. Everyone likes to see Steph Curry have a mean streak. You know, that's what they want. They want mean streak. Let's get mean streak. Steph Curry. We want him acting mean and tough and using profanity. And he was a saved Christian boy. He was in the church. He was in the believers. We're the believers. He was part of that group, that chapter. And they made everything exceptionally about them. And their relationship, they didn't get tattoos, and they started sneaking getting tattooed. And the rest was it. I don't know. There's so many weird things that develop out of time. Oh, Draymond's cool. He's not on the Olympic team. He cool with it. But they know being on that Olympic team gives you a certain type of, you know, you get a certain type of honor by being on that team. Plus sponsorship deals. Plus people internationally get to know you. He said, don't get me confused with the other guy with the same name. No, people just... Bronny is Bronny James. That's it. He's going to be that guy that's going to come in and not look to score first. And only if he see a shot go in will he feel confident to take the shot. The game's got to come to you. And when it's not coming to you, this is always going to be the narrative, because the game isn't coming to you. And the speed of the game is too fast. So you need a couple of steals to get your nerves settled in. And I think he'll be all right. He's going to have some good games, some good moments. When you get to the NBA, the actual show, they know they can go ahead and magnet ball his shots in. They know they can do all of these things to try to create superstars. So once this summer league's over, because there's no magnet ball in summer league. I don't know what they told you. It is not there. They ain't wasting their money on that. If Bronny was to do that, it would make sense. The more he hangs out and works with, I wish Phil Handy was there to work with him. Is Phil Handy even on the team anymore? I don't even know if he's on the Lakers staff. But if Phil Handy was out there, Phil would work with him and get him on point. But he's worked with the best. It's got to be in you. You got to be a dog out here. You got to want that. Like, I've seen people with a lot of skill that just don't have it in them. I compete. I don't care how great you were ranked. The greater they ranked you, the more I wanted to play you. Because I want to see what I could do against the greatest rated player in the world out here on the blacktop. Oh my goodness, I was embarrassing guys. And they was like, man, you should play ball. Why you ain't on the team? I'm like, man, I ain't trying to play with these dudes. Because if I know me, if I'm out here trying to win, and I see a person out here that's not trying to win, and he's on my team, we're gonna have a problem. I don't care if we're playing in the backyard. Me and my uncle have that same competitive gene. And we would always be going up against each other, battling, and everybody on the team just didn't understand what was going on. Because we and him was just driven to win. That's just what it is. We have a competitive gene in our body. We don't know how or where it comes from, but we got to do what it do. Me and him was on playing volleyball. We had our teams. And every family reunion, anything, he always come up with the games. So we had our own teams, and buddy boy, he was out here ready to go. He got his volleyball team. Man, me and him are going back and forth. Everybody else just walked off. Like, they're like, okay, y'all take the fun out of it. They gone. I'm sitting there, me and him one-on-one, knocking the ball back and forth, playing volleyball by ourselves. Everybody that walked off, they didn't get off. We just sit there going back and forth, knocking the ball back. We gotta compete. He gotta beat me. I gotta beat him. He's the oldest child. I'm the oldest grandchild. So we have to battle. And it's just, he feel like he gotta show that he's still the king and he's still the man. And I'm showing him, I'm taking you down and I'm leading. So nah, that's just how it was, man. He was winning for a lot of years, man. We was my teenage years, but see, that's what I had to battle against. So if I had to go up against that in my own home, why would I be anywhere concerned about anybody else in the world? If I had to go up against that, nothing in the world's gonna terrify me. I could face it. And you need those challenges in life. You need those battles to test it. That's why you got the big brother that always pushed you, and so you can build up that confidence to go out and do it. But if you sit there and cry and complain and whine and make excuses, you just didn't get it done. That's it. You didn't get it done. That's all that is. So if you didn't get the job done, that falls on you. You gotta swallow it and get better. Man, these people are crazy. Because it's so many people that have expectations of Bronny, though. You know, and you don't see that dog in him. Bryce has more, you know, that panache, that aggressiveness, that dog. You gonna need that in this league. It's a big boys game. Now, if somebody go to Bronny and say, hey, Bronny, you gotta step it up. Then he'll try to get tough. That's not what I'm talking about. If somebody gotta put something on you to make you believe, then that's not making any sense to me whatsoever. Yep, shape, form, anything. Absolutely. You got to be ready and on point. If you're not on point, I don't even know why anybody would even be acceptable to you right now. You know? So I stay on point. Just for those reasons. Oh, thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. He said he found it funny how fast Bronny recovered from heart surgery and was allowed to get on the court after a few months. After Reggie Lewis, Hank Gathers, do you think that he should have sat out a year? Absolutely, he should have. But they say modern medicine now is better than it was back then, so you know, I'm not an expert on that stuff, so in the medical field, but I just personally think that if somebody go through something like that, it's gonna be like mentally, that would take a toll on somebody's body if they were to go through such a thing, you know? Just the psychological effect of if I run fast enough and my heart start beating fast, you know, that's psychologically could have some effect on it. then you don't know how your body is responding to that. You know, how is your body going to respond to mm-hmm. Yeah, we always felt different. So yeah. So I'll chat with you guys later. I gotta roll.